In an address at the Doha Forum, UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres warned against the potential collapse of the humanitarian system in Gaza due to the ongoing Zionist aggression. The UN top diplomat emphasized the impossibility of protecting civilians in the Strip, as the number of casualties is still on the rise. He urgently called for a ceasefire and an immediate end to the relentless aggression.
I said that we are facing a severe risk of collapse of the humanitarian system. The situation is fast deteriorating into a catastrophe with potentially irreversible implications for Palestinians as a whole and for peace and security in the region. And I reiterated my appeal for a humanitarian ceasefire to be declared. Regrettably, the Security Council failed to do it, but that does not make it less necessary. So, I can promise I will not give up.
For his part, the UN High Commissioner for Refugees Filippo Grandi echoed the call for a humanitarian ceasefire in Gaza and the necessity to curb the escalating mass displacement crisis, further highlighting the urgency of addressing the dire situation.
A humanitarian ceasefire is needed in Gaza to prevent the ongoing mass exodus from growing beyond the Strip. This would be disastrous for Palestinians, who know the trauma of exile, the resolution of which will be impossible and threatens any chance of achieving peace.
Meanwhile, Unrwa raised the alarm about an imminent collapse of the humanitarian situation in Gaza Strip. Commissioner General Philip Lazzarini at the Doha Forum underlined the critical importance of timely deliveries of supplies and fuel. Lazzarini warned that the agency's activity in Gaza could face a complete breakdown without these essential provisions.
Any description, it's definitely the worst situation I have ever seen. I addressed the President of the General Assembly telling him that we as UNRWA, we are on the edge of collapse, and if we collapse, it's the entire humanitarian platform which might collapse in Gaza. And would this be the case, it would also be felt as an ultimate betrayal from felt by the Palestinians from the international community. They would feel completely abandoned, and that would also have a political repercussion.
According to Unrwa data, the Zionist bombing campaign against Gazans has killed 133 of the agency employees, many of whom were killed alongside their families. The situation on the ground, as stated by the agency, has reached a point of no return, painting a grim picture of the dire circumstances faced by civilians in the Strip.